Jason Myers to get this one started. And off we go from Seattle.
This taken in at the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. First play from scrimmage. Watson going to throw it. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They need to make up some ground, and they did.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Darrell Taylor down in there to drop him. But defensively, really can't script the start much better. You get a 3-and-out and a sack.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. They kept him short of a first down on first and second down. And then on third down, they pick up a sack. What tremendous momentum for them to start this game.
It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Geno. Over the middle, and he's got Goodwin complete. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Smith. Deep ball for Goodwin.
And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
Throwing now is Geno. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
Smith throwing again.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Looked like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did.
To throw again on 2nd down. Smith, left side here, that's the tight end Fant. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
They'll try for the first with Walker.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the dart ball, pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. Now Geno on 1st down. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Geno now to throw. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns 36. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
On 1st and 10, Smith.
Catch is made by Metcalf.
And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Give him 32 on the play.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way. Just reached up and pulled it in. Had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. Here's Walker. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Now it's Smith. And he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Seahawks are on the board first here this afternoon. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym, preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Watson on 1st down. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Uchenna and Nwosu got the sack there. Well, the number 1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks in the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though. And they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
This complete to David Bell. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 45-yard line. 22 yards there, a 1st down. From the gun, here's Watson. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Watson. Swings this out for Hunt. He's got room at the 30. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Just shy of the 20. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage, because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Watson. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. Yeah, the Browns are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
A very important 3rd down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. On 2nd and goal. Watson, and he's got it. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. Again, it's Watson. Eluding the pressure right. That's caught at the 2. So nothing doing there. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. Cade York on now for the field goal from the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. York able to send this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So a conservative decision there, but it does put him on the board.
And I know the players hate it, the coaches hate it, but sometimes you just got to take the points when they're there. Sometimes a field goal is pretty darn good.
On the return from his end zone, Godwin Igwebuike. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Seahawks going to take over now late in this first half. And with a 7-3 lead, we'll see how aggressive they want to be. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. Over the middle. That's caught by Metcalf. And he'll be dropped just shy of the 35 at the 34. A pickup of 17 on a play that originated at the 17. On first down, Smith. This one goes underneath to Walker. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On second down, it's Walker, and he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Now Smith. And he's got the speedster Goodwin. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 23 yards, the final tally. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This one from 48 yards away. Myers' kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we have, due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Igwebuike to return it from his end zone here. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he's going to take this all the way down inside the 40.
In a game like this, you're fighting, you're scratching, you're clawing, you're hammering away. That return has the feel of maybe cracking the rock and giving them a chance to get a big-time advantage.
Third quarter begins with a run by Walker. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Back to throw, Smith. His throw incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Myers' kick is good. And it will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. And they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First down after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
And again, it's Chubb. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
And anyway, so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And he is going to have a Browns first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. Now Watson. He's got his receiver, Cooper. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And if you're wondering just how fast he was going, Next Gen Stats says 21.8 miles per hour. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. Throwing is Smith. Forced out to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. And this a quick slant to Lockett. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Geno. It's caught. Lockett. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 41-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. But he's turning in a nice performance. Remember, he had the touchdown earlier. This time, he's able to beat double coverage to grab it.
I think that if he weren't worried about a taunting penalty, he'd run by the opposing team's bench and say, guys, 2's not going to be enough. You better get some more guys trying to cover me. He knows how to get open downfield.
And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. They'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to Walker on 1st down. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
That is taken in by the tight end Fant. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Walker now on 1st and 10. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
Now Smith on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Seahawks. Tyler Lockett, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver run that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Myers counts on the PAT, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Browns set and ready to go on offense. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. On first down, Watson. Brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Watson. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Back to throw, Watson. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. 9 yards is the loss on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. They will indeed snap it to Watson. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Watson. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. Watson now to throw. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. That one, a first down pickup of 8. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. Looking for Cooper, that's complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Watson. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. Here's Watson. Side complete. That's Hunt. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 17-yard line. Flushed out right. Bell brings it in across the formation. And the Browns are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Watson to throw. And he is going to go down. Making the 11-yard line. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Swings this in for Hunt. Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. To throw, Watson. And it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown, but probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off. Extra point by York is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So looking at this situation, you should have time for the onside kick and then at least 1 play. And this is going to be taken in by the Seahawks. And it would appear they're on their way to victory now. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. And they will take a knee here.
Well, you really can't ask for much more than what we just had here. Not only